Ready? Okay. So I don't know if John told you. He doesn't even give me anything but your first name, and sometimes I don't even remember that. I have a really bad memory, so I just tell you what I see. Some of it might not make sense. Some of it will. Usually, when they come through and give me information, it's about them, you, or anyone in the family, living or dead.
Okay.
So you have to kind of think about everyone that they could be connected to.
Okay.
And some of it, I always tell people, look at it as a game with clues. When you put all the clues together, then it makes sense. Because some people say, well, that can be guessed. Okay, but can that be guessed with this, this, and this?
Right.
But don't get hung up on one clue if you don't understand it, because I might be misunderstanding or translating it wrong.
Okay.
Okay, because they don't come through in sentences and say, I'm this person and this is how I'm connected.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but the first thing that I get for you, and I had as soon as I walked in the door, was a man and a woman. The woman is behind the man. So my guess is the woman passed first.
Uh-huh.
And I think, do you have parents that are passed? Both parents?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Because you're kind of young for that, but that's
Yeah.
who I thought it was. And which one is the letter J?
My dad.
Okay. He's pointing to his mouth.
Oh my God.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you know what they mean, because I don't. They don't explain it. They give me symbols usually. And then the longer I talk to them, the more I can communicate. I feel like he's showing me he had an illness that can go through your body, like cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
He's showing me he does this, which is rubbing of the arm. That means somebody rubbed his arm near the end of his life and told him, I love you, goodbye, it's okay to go, that kind of stuff. Someone was around him. He makes me feel like he was at home. He said you were there. He said you were there. Thank you for being there. He says there were more than just you around him. But he wants to thank you for telling him goodbye and letting him go, because he knows how hard that was and he needed that. And thank you for, I guess you rubbed his face or he's thanking you for that. He said he's proud of you. He loves you so much.
Wow.
He said he's at peace. He said he had been battling with cancer for a while. And so he's at peace. Your mom helped him cross over, so she must have passed first. Is she a P name?
Pauline.
Yeah. He said to tell you they're together again and happy over there. He's saying he had a lot of brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Okay. Because usually they try to acknowledge them. He also says that there's someone named after him.
My nephew, my brother.
Okay.
My nephew.
They try to acknowledge different people.
Oh, okay.
So they'll just tell me little things like that.
Yeah.
Is there a Mike or Michael in your family?
My husband.
Okay. He's just acknowledging people that he sees.
Oh my God.
He says to tell you that he knows you've thought about this, but he will watch your kids continue to grow and get married and have their kids and stuff from the other side. Show me paint. Do you know what that means?
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah.
You know what it is? Okay.
Yeah. I told him, I was saying in my head, if you
Come through, show paint.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah, I want you to, like, acknowledge that I'm doing this.
Oh yeah, they hear you. I just got goosebumps. I always say you can't fake goosebumps because that's them. And he's definitely here. He showed me the paint. She's not coming forward, maybe because he's so strong, but she's definitely with him.
She's such a strong personality. I can't believe she's letting him go first.
Well, he's more, he was much more laid back than her.
Yes. Yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
And she says she passed more unexpectedly, like that kind of unexpected or quick in some way people weren't prepared for it.
Never would have thought.
But she points to her chest area. Does that make sense? Does she have something with the lungs? She's showing me smoking. Who smokes in the family?
My mom and dad did.
Okay. There's also someone over there with them, connected to them somehow, that passed more tragically. More, it could be someone that passed a long time before them. I don't know if you know like the family history of like great grandparents.
Yeah.
But it's somebody that passed more tragically, like in a car accident or some type of a murder or something like that, just more tragically.
Oh, okay.
They're not coming through very strong, so I don't think it's real connected. But if you looked, it's probably back maybe a couple generations or something.
I think I might know who it is. My God, this is crazy.
Oh, they're with you all the time. He's telling me
Really?
to tell you he's here all the time.
He is?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
He lived here. He died in this room.
That's probably why
And
he
I was
says
holding
I'm
his
here all
arm.
the time.
I held his arm the whole time.
Were there other people around?
My sister was in his bedroom.
Okay.
And my kids were upstairs.
Okay, he
and
said
my
there were
husband
other
was
people
upstairs, but he died the day of my nephew's wedding.
He's showing me September 11th, like everything that happened on September 11th. Does that mean something to you?
He died 9, 10, 11.
He died the day before.
9, 10, 11. No, he just died. He just died
September
9, 10, 11.
10th.
9,
So
10,
he's
11.
trying to get me to say September 11th.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, he's showing me a number 1 and a number 10. Does somebody have a birthday, or did somebody pass in January or in October or on the 1st or 10th of a month? Well, he passed on the 10th, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the 10. What's on the 1st or on January? Does the number 1 mean anything to you?
My husband was born in January.
Okay, that's
And I was born in October.
okay. That's probably the 10. Usually they give you birthdays of people around.
Oh, wow.
I'm a Cowboys fan, and he's showing me like a Cowboys-Eagles game. So he must have been an Eagles fan.
He's a huge Eagles fan.
And I don't know anything about this sport, but he's showing me racing, like cars racing. Does that make sense to
I
you?
love race cars.
Who in your family is connected? He's showing me like a hard hat or... Oh, yeah, something like that.
This is his.
Okay.
He didn't like it, but
Okay.
I loved it.
It's his way of saying, look to your left, Shelly, look to your left.
Really?
Yeah, that's... I mean, it did look
When
exactly
he passed
like
away,
that.
I put this in his picture on his chair.
Oh, that's why. That's why he's showing me that.
Oh my God, the chills.
He said, thank you for being so concerned and taking care of him. You must have, towards the end of his life, almost mothered him.
I did.
That's what he said. And he said, thank you.
When my mom died, I took care of him.
I don't know if you remember, but he says he comes to you in dreams.
I don't.
A lot of times we don't
And that's what
remember
I
our
struggle
dreams.
with. I struggle with the fact that they haven't communicated with me at all.
He does. You just might not remember your dreams. A lot of people don't. Well, I've never heard this one before, but he's saying something about a phone ringing and you can't hear the other end, or it disconnects or something like that. So watch for that, because I think he's trying to say he tries to communicate somehow through the telephone, which I've never heard that one before. I guess like if you get a call and nothing shows up on the caller ID, or something strange shows up or something like that, I don't know. So if anything weird happens with the phone, it's him.
Okay.
Okay? He's starting to fade. He's going. He said to tell you he loves you. And he's so proud of you. And he can never thank you enough for everything you did for him after your mom
Can he
passed.
walk and stuff?
Oh, yeah. They're not in physical form.
Where is
They're
he?
energy. So
Yeah.
they're just all around you. They can be in 3 places at one time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So they're just... it's so hard to explain, but it's like they're just around in the air. That's the best
And
way
you
to
can
explain
you
it.
pull this energy from him.
I can communicate with them. I don't know how. Things pop in my head, like signs, symbols, feelings, impressions. I just put it all together to communicate. I don't know why or how it works. If I did, I'd be a millionaire. If I could explain it.
I can't believe this.
They just show me things to say that they know you'll know it's them. And more so than most psychics and mediums,
This is
I
amazing.
push them. I keep saying, you got to give me exact, you got to
And
give me more.
and he can hear just what's in my head. Or
Oh
do I
yeah,
have to
they can
talk
read
out
your
loud?
thoughts. You can talk to him and he can hear you, but he can also hear your thoughts. So it's like anything you say in your head, he hears you as if he's sitting right here. It's wild because they're with you more past than they were in life.
And I
they
think
can
of
be in your
them
head.
more. Well, my dad, I thought of every day. I mean,
Yeah.
he was like,
You were like daddy's little girl, he said.
I took
Yeah.
care of him. I mean,
Yeah.
he was my, my mother.
Yeah, and you were his. That's what he said. You were like a mother to him. When you were older.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. Usually I only get one or two. Usually one, especially if they're that clear. Some people it's like pulling teeth. They're not near as clear as he was. He was here as soon as I walked, and maybe because he passed
lived here,
and
yeah.
lived here and stuff. He said the last thing he said, and he's not here now, was to tell you to pass along to the family how much he loves them.
Oh, sweet.
And he's still around. I just can't connect. I can only hold it for so long.
Okay.
And your mom did not say anything. She was here with him,
I can't believe it.
but she didn't. And it might just be because he was communicating,
So
and I usually can't get more than one of them at a time.
Wow.
I mean, you may do a session with someone else sometime that she does come through.
There was nothing like this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I call in your spirit guides and angels. And this is where I'm psychic too, so you can ask questions about your life. I don't see everything, obviously, or I would have seen I don't see my own family anyway, but if you have any questions about your life, your future, I try to answer them.
Uh-huh.
I'm really honest, so if I don't know, I'll just tell you I don't know, because I
Right.
don't pick up on everything about everyone.
Right.
But if you have any questions, anything you dying to know, some people do, some people don't. So
I would like to know. I have 3 kids, so if you can pull anything from those 3 kids.
is there a daughter?
Yeah.
She is. Whew, I don't know if she's there yet, but she's going to put you through the ringer.
Yeah.
Okay? She's going to be very demanding, very just one of those girls that wants what she wants, when she wants it, how she wants it, which is good in life because she's not going to settle for less than perfect for herself. But that's all I pick up about her.
Oh,
that
she's 5 and she's that way.
you need to
Yeah.
be prepared. 'Cause teenage years are going to be rough with her, I think.
Yeah.
Because she's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
But you know what? She's fine. She has a good life ahead of her. When they're young, it's hard because they have so many choices, and your future changes. I don't know if you knew that. It's kind of planned out, but most of it changes based on your choices, decisions. So it's hard with kids, but I can see kind of her personality, and that's what I get for her.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a male that's more laid back,
Mm-hmm.
that's more calm and not as demanding.
Mm-hmm.
Almost to like I hate to say a hippie, but like just really even keel
I
personality.
know who that one is.
Okay. Okay. The other one I don't pick up on, which
Uh-huh.
isn't bad. I just don't get everything.
Uh-huh.
But I don't see anything that I need to say, oh, you really have to watch out for this.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't see anything like
He's
that.
like the perfect child.
Yeah.
Yeah, the middle. Yeah.
I just want to make sure I don't get anything else on the kids or the future. I really don't, which is okay. I usually don't.
Now, as far as my husband's future, do you see job-wise for him or anything?
Well,
you
I
pick
do
up anything
see-
on Mike?
This is what I pick up on your husband. I pick up on stress, anxiety, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I have trouble telling what's past, present, and future. So hopefully that's past or present and not future.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can tell you for sure, but I'm just not sure. I do pick up on an uneasy feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pick up on some changes career-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The changes in the future are for the better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Income stable, I don't see a problem like where I have to tell you, oh, you have to be prepared, you're gonna, I don't see that with you guys. I think he's gonna be okay, although I do sense something in the future with him, and I get this a lot, it's like a pain in the back. So he may have something going on with his back in the future, like aches and pains type stuff is more what I get with him. Also, I get, I have a symbol, it's kind of strange, but it's a needle. And when I see that, it usually means diabetes or high blood pressure. And I get that for somebody around you. I'm not sure if it's him
Okay.
or not, but I do get that.
Okay.
I don't see anything else about him.
No.
No.
I guess because we're right now deciding on maybe investing in a summer place. You see anything about that? Just say this one word. Just say this one word.
I don't see anything.
No.
If I did, I would tell you.
Okay.
And, I could lie, but I just don't do that. I don't. Sometimes I'll see like it's a good idea, it's not a good idea.
I wanted you to say trailer.
No, I don't get anything on that.
No. He wants a house, and I want a campground.
Sorry,
thing.
I don't see either way.
Okay.
Whether sometimes I'll say that's a good idea or that's not. I don't see anything about it at all.
Okay, not an issue then, I guess. I have one friend who committed suicide, and should I tell you his name?
No, let me see if I can get anything. He didn't come through.
Okay.
But I can psychically possibly get something on him, so just give me a minute. Okay, sometimes when I get a name, it's not about your question.
Okay.
Something totally different. So I'm getting a T name.
T.
Is there someone in your family, I want to say Tom or Todd, it's like a one-syllable T name. Are you connected
I have a
to
lot
some...
of T's, but
you,
yeah.
And I don't know if that has anything to do with, it might not. Sometimes when I pick up something, it has nothing to do with what you're asking. So let me see if I can get anything at all on the friend. I didn't get anything.
No.
I just got the letter T. I got nothing.
All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe you can do that.
I know.
Honestly, I was such a skeptic. You have no idea.
I see that all the time.
Your husband said, no, she's going to tell you stuff that's just going to blow your mind. And I can't, when my mom was dying, I was with my mom when she died, and I didn't leave her bedside at all. They said she would just be gone in a couple of hours, and she lived 5 days, and I didn't leave her side for 5 days. And I was with her when she took her last breath. And I put my head down on her chest and put her hand over top of my head so she knew that I wasn't watching her. But I said to her, I want you to be my guardian angel. And she said to me that she would be. And I told her, if there's any way for you to communicate with me after you pass away, you better do it. And this is the third time she didn't.
Well, she might. Like, if we ever get to do another session,
I think
she might come through. Because I think because he passed sooner and he just wanted to thank you and he had so much to say, that's probably why he came through.
Because he never really talked when he was alive.
That's probably why. Usually I have found that, not all the time, but most of the time, if it's unsaid words, things they really need to get out off their chest, because it's healing for them too, not just you. That's usually
do they feel things, or
as far as like physical pain and stuff like that,
like
or like love?
And
oh
and
yeah,
stuff,
absolutely. Oh, I've seen them cry.
That he cried one day, and I didn't know why. And that was my one question for him. And we sat. I moved his bed out here when he was, on hospice, and I came down one morning and he was bleeding everywhere. And he sat up on the bed. He just wanted to sit up, so I sat him up on the bed, and he hugged me and he cried.
It's because he felt bad that you had to mother him. He felt like he was supposed to take care of you, and you had to take care of him. That's the feeling he was trying to give me. I think that was the main point he wanted to get across, that he appreciated it, and he knows you had to mother him at the end, and he wanted to be the one to take care of you.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, but he is very much at peace and happy, especially since he could get all that out to you. He needed to say it, so.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to wrap your mind around.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
can't even believe it.
You're welcome.